Jason Dugan, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, says, I'm going to a Charles Dickens holiday fair next month and was wondering, were overcoats ever worn with formal-ish kilt attire? If so, what are some good options? I know what I'll say, but you can answer.
Were overcoats worn with kilts?
Kilt attire.
So Dickens, so we're thinking 1800s.
Correct.
Okay.
1850s usually.
Sure. Essentially, an Inverness cape would be the only thought I would have about it. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to do something period-esque. Mm-hmm. Inverness capes, bagpipers wear them today for rain capes. It's essentially a trench coat with no arms and then a cape on the upper portion to kind of protect your arms. So it's a long vest with a cape. You can get those in tweed. You can get those in a black barathea. It is not cheap, but it can be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, if I may expound, I wouldn't say trench coat. Basically, the Inverness cape was invented as a hunting cover-up for people going up to the north, to Scotland, to go hunting. It kept your arms free. It was basically based on the 19th century greatcoat. If you look at images from the American Civil War, and you see all those guys in those big heavy coats with the capelet on top, very common piece of gear. And at some point somebody said, hey, I could move better if I didn't have these sleeves in my way. So that is where the Inverness cape came from. And for some reason it was associated with hunting in the Highlands, therefore it became associated with kilt wear, ipso facto ad hominem, But did they...
QED and all those words, yes.
I think you don't usually find pictorial evidence of people in the 19th century wearing some kind of an overcoat with Highland attire, because if you're going to take the time to have a photograph taken of yourself, you're not wearing an overcoat. I think the Inverness capes probably became pretty popular pretty early on, but again, they're more of a mid 19th to late 19th century invention. I'm not sure exactly when they came in. Prior to that, you would have the plaid, which you would use as an external warmth layer. So if you are a bluffo, very nationalist-oriented Scot, and you've decided to wear the national dress all the time because damn you English, and you are running around in your kilt in the mid 19th century, you're more likely probably to have thrown a plaid on, i.e., a warmth blanket, rather than having a specialized overcoat. If you did have an overcoat, it would probably have just been a regular overcoat, a greatcoat, or a coachman's coat, as we were talking about. But again, I don't really see pictorial evidence of that per se. I will look after this, though, because I'm curious. I would say for your purposes, you could do it. Sure. I mean, if it's basically just for the Dickens Fair, you could wear, an overcoat, a great coat. But I think a plaid might give you more of an effect. Give you more of the effect you want. If you want to look 19th century Scottish, as opposed to, Victorian who doesn't have any pants on. So, well, that's the thing, because if you cover it, you only see the very bottom of the kilt, right? So it's kind of...
Or not.
Or not even. It just looks a little awkward. You might be ready to flash somebody. Oh, I'm Scottish!
Want to see my outfit?
No, it really is. I have a kilt on underneath. But modernly, the answer is that basically, if you want to wear a long overcoat because you want to keep your nice Prince Charlie outfit nice going from the car or the train into the venue where the big formal to-do is, then yeah, you wear an overcoat. Form follows function, and if you're trying to keep a nice outfit looking nice to get in out of the weather, sure, you wear what you need to wear. Is there a traditional form of overcoat today? No, not really.
Just insert long jacket style.
Yeah, long jacket to keep my outfit from getting mussed up.
Yep.
Now,
in the few instances I've had to go to a fancy, ball, so to speak, I either didn't wear a jacket in because it's just then I have to find somewhere to put it, and I have it on for a minute and a half as I go from the car to the event. So in my mind, it's just, unless there's inclement weather, I'm better off just putting the kilt jacket on, going in, and done.
Yeah,
I'll suffer for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I will say. I mean, context is king.
Fair.
If it's a proper venue, they should have a coat check. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to worry about dealing with it. If you're going to a Dickens Fair, it's probably at the grounds of a Ren Fair or similar. It's probably an outdoor thing. So he's probably concerned about being warm in the evening.
Fair.
You know. But there you go. The long and the short of great coats and Inverness capes.
Indeed.
Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments if you think great coats and Inverness capes are cool or just kind of too fusty and too costumey. Would you wear one? Can you afford to wear one? That's a really good question. If you have any other questions about accessories and layers and jackets, check out these videos over here.